The home price index indicates that prices have leveled off over the last few months, even trickling up slightly this past month. But is that really the case when we're currently sitting at nearly 8 months of inventory? Also, with sales volume continuing to perform well below seasonal averages, who's actually buying real estate these days? I get into all of that and more in this month's edition of our Greater Vancouver Market Update. Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me for the June edition of our Greater Vancouver Market Update. Let's get right into it by taking a look at last month's stats, starting with the sales figures, which came in at 2,150 total transactions. This represents a very modest 1.9% increase from the previous month, and certainly far below what we're used to seeing at this time of year. In fact, this total sales count is 26.6% below the 10-year average for the month. And this type of 20 to 30% evaporation of the market is essentially what we've been dealing with for the last 24 months or so. Listings also continue to creep up, but also very modestly. The total number of listings across the Greater Vancouver region in May was 16,917. which represents a 4.2 increase over the previous month. And so with the increase in total listings outpacing the increase in total sales, the market softened, which means our months of inventory went up from 7.7 to 7.9 MOI. And you may have noticed I'm big on months of inventory because it is the best indicator of how the market is behaving and whether or not there is downward or upward pressure on prices. In a buyer's market, which is anything over 6 months of inventory, prices generally go down. However, according to the home price index model from GVR, prices trickled up last month by a whopping 0.2%, from 1,098,000 to 1,100,700. And one of the big reasons that this model is indicating an increase in prices, even though we are sitting at nearly 8 months of inventory, is that the most expensive property type, detached housing, is performing far better than its attached counterparts. The sales of single-family detached properties rose nearly 1% last month from the previous year, whereas townhomes fell by 1.3%, while condos fell by 7.2%. The other factor is that the home price index is a lagging indicator of what is actually happening boots on the ground. This is due to the fact that it's based on aggregated data from across the entire region. It takes a lot of comparables to move the needle in this kind of model. However, according to the HPI, overall prices are down 12% from their peak in April of 2022. But most active agents will tell you that the real number is a drop of anywhere from 15 to 20%. When the market is sluggish like this, one of the questions I often get asked is, who's actually buying real estate right now? And the answer is end users, people that need shelter. There are no more investors looking to be mom and pop landlords. With immigration on the chopping block and all the government regulations put into place that heavily favor renters, that show is over. Most of the transactions happening right now are either first-time homebuyers who can jump right into larger properties such as 2-bedroom condos or townhouses and duplexes, or those looking to move up in the market, meaning from a townhouse to a single-family detached. And that's definitely supported by the data that I just covered. This is also evidenced by the fact that there are a lot of subject-to-sale offers happening right now, and when in the right hands, they're being pulled off pretty regularly. We've successfully navigated multiple subject-to-sale upsizings this year, as this is the perfect type of market to take advantage of when trying to move into the next tier of housing. All right, that's it for me for this month. Have a great summer, everyone. Stay cool, stay safe out there, and I'll catch you right back here in about a month's time. Take care, everyone.